Let us study the words of God together. Didn't Job say, life is nothing but a pilgrimage? He always reflected on his temporary life, asking, is there anyone who is sinning against God among my family? Did I live a life sinning against God or live an upright life? By thinking this every day, Job built an altar of thanks to God. Even though he almost forgot about God during his time of hardships and difficulties, God saw his sincere heart and gave him realizations. However, God asked Job, who made the heavens and the earth? Was it a man? Who gave the crocodiles their strength? Did you give them that? Did your friends give them that? Did politicians give them that? Who gave the horse his strong legs, that he doesn't get tired even after running tens or hundreds of miles in a day? No man ever did that. But who did it? God made everything this way. When Job thought about God, he came back to his senses, repented, and started to live according to God's will again. We can see that God guided Job to live more graciously for the rest of his life. Everyone, when we are tested and feel like we are forgetting something, it is because we are living our lives forgetting about God. We must remember God. Since Joshua and Caleb always lived a life remembering God, no matter what the situations or circumstances were, they always said, this is what God promised and allowed us. Therefore, it will be fulfilled. By believing God's word, this will surely happen, they proceeded. God made them succeed by giving them more than their own ability. Let us never forget God's mighty power. Job, too, was able to pass his tests and came back to his senses by remembering God's mighty power. All the forefathers of faith were tested while they forgot God, but were able to be released from all their tests once they remembered God. If the 600,000 Israelite men tried to turn the Red Sea into dry ground by scooping out the water on their own, they could never dry the deep water of the Red Sea, even if they spent their whole lives trying. But wasn't it done immediately since God did it? After Joshua led Israel's army to surround the city of Jericho, did Joshua or Israel's army actually do anything besides circling around the city every day? They only obeyed God's word and did whatever they were told to do. Will it really work like this? We should make a plan. We have to recruit. Generally, these kinds of thoughts will be in someone's mind. We have to form the army like this to defeat the enemy. They thought about how to form the group. God did not request anything, but said to them, just march around the city. Since they absolutely believed in God's mighty power that controls the powerful universe, what did they say? We are God's people. God is with us. Do not worry. We will swallow them up. All power belongs to our God. Let us look at Isaiah chapter 40, verse 15. Surely the nations are like a drop in a bucket. They are regarded as dust on the scales. He weighs the islands as though they were fine dust. Lebanon is not sufficient for altar fires, nor its animals enough for burnt offerings. Before him, all the nations are as nothing. They are regarded by him as, how? Worthless and less than nothing. To God, this whole world is like a drop in a bucket. They are regarded as small, as nothing. Since our viewpoint is from the earth, everything appears so big and it seems like great people live on the earth. But once you look down from the viewpoint of the universe, it is nothing. After becoming an adult, a dragonfly looks around the pond that he once lived in with his wings wide open and realizes, oh my, I lived in such a place? I thought it was such a big world. Once he flaps his wings, he is already on the other side of the pond instantly. However, when he was young, he had to live in the water, where he thought the underwater world was so vast. But after going through the nymph stage and becoming an adult, it casts its skin and flies outside with its wings open. It thinks, is that really the world where I used to live? Was it that shabby? That's it? In the same way, when we view the earth from the viewpoint of the universe that is controlled by God, we can all realize that this earth is very small, like a dot. Let us all cheer up, thinking of our mighty God once again. To Elohim God, who created and governs the universe, and who created this earth where we live, let us give eternal glory and praise. Let us accomplish this gospel mission that Father and Mother entrusted to us with a new resolution and determination. I ask that we all become gracious and beautiful members of the heavenly family in Zion. Thank you very much.